Welcome everyone to this session. Okay, Ayo can hear me. Welcome. Um, Whenever you join, kindly tell us where you're joining from, but we're kicking off immediately. Welcome to this session of the Generative Fridays, where we'll be talking about how to build transformative applications using AWS Partyrock. I'm here with Asha, who will be taking us through on the session. Um, for those who this might be, it's unlikely that this is the first time you're hearing Gen AI, but generative AI just means generative AI just means the behavior of computer such that it can synthesize information, like bring combine different inputs together, put out more meaningful information. And I think we would take us through what you can do with AWS Partyrock, and we will um, use that to design a mini app. You can do a couple of things. I should mention that this is a part of our January Friday series, which will lead to our January hackathon. We'll share more of that just after the presentation. So I'll be handing over to our team now, where we share a screen and take us through what you can build on AWS. If you're just joining, you're welcome. Kindly type in the comment section where you're joining from. All right, over to you, our team. Let's go.
So, Partyrock, as I said, is a shareable generative AI application building playground which allows you to experiment prompt engineering. And this actually gives you access to Amazon Bedrock because the platform is actually powered by Amazon Bedrock. And you have access to a whole lot of foundational models, which includes Atrophy Cloud, 3.0 Sonnet, and you have also have access to Llama, which was developed by Meta, and some other ones. This platform allows you to create an AI-powered application without the need to write code or be technical. Anyone can actually use it, and it's accessible to everyone, regardless of whether you have an AWS account or not. So, why would you want to use Rock? So, you would want to use Rock if probably you actually have an application in mind, an AI-powered application in mind that you want to develop, and you seem to want to just test it out and see how it's going to look, so that you can actually tweak your prompt and your the type of model that you want to use. You can tweak it and ensure that it's perfect for your use case. So, Rock actually gives you the generative AI capabilities. It is user friendly, and also one of the key features about it is that it is highly secured. Like that means that whatever data you are putting into it stays within AWS. Is not being used by AWS. Rather, it's being used by any other public entity. It is solely being used by you alone, except if you share the application with someone else. So that that is when another person can actually have access to probably the documents or the data they are inputting into this. And also, this software is built on a scalable infrastructure. You need not to worry about downtime or maybe a crash or something. It's always available. And also, it is based on a free trial. Like currently, it's a limited free trial. You don't need to make any payment for it to access it. All you need to do is just sign up, and then you have this tool at your fingertips. And also, you get a real-time feedback. There's a chatbot whereby you can get real-time feedback about the application that you're building. So let's get into the real deal, which is the hands-on demo that we want to show up today. So our use cases, the first use case we will go about is to develop a chatbot application that allows the user to upload documents, which could be a contract, report, or maybe search paper. And then we use the generative capability of Party Rock, and then we use it to analyze and extract key information about the document based on the user prompt. So I will be sharing my screen in regards to Party Rock right now. Okay. Kindly confirm if you can see Partyrock now. All right. Thank you. So, yeah, let me just give you an highlight about the interface. So, this is Partyrock landing page, and what you can actually see, you can see a left thing here where you have some menu, and you can actually go through them to access maybe there's something you need. So let's say for instance you've developed some applications. If you click on apps here, you see the history of applications that you have that you developed in the past, and then you can reuse them again, or probably you want to share them or something. And also for snapshots are used if probably you develop an app, and then because each time you develop an app and close it, all of the data that you have there, your input and output will be gone. But if you want to retain those information, that's the input, your history, or maybe it was a RAG application that you developed, and then you want to retain the data that you uploaded there based on like to act as a knowledge base. Probably you want to share it to someone, so you need to take snapshots of that application, and that comes here, whereby you can relaunch the application, or you need to share it with your colleague to also have a feel of the application. So you have this discover here whereby you see it's more like a feed page whereby you see what's going on with Paddyrock, how people are using the Paddyrock platform, what is being done on Paddyrock by users. So we have some trending applications here, which are built by Paddyrock team. You have a fashion assistant, text to SQL, and so many other stuff here. Just whatever it is that you need to discover about, you want to see what people are using Padrock to do, you can come to discover. So under playlist, so if when you develop your application, you can actually group them into a playlist so that you can, you know, have them grouped kind of just for organization's sake. That's what the playlist is for. And we have Party Rock Guide. This is a documentation part whereby it walks you through how you use Party Rock platform and how you can actually build an application on it. So what's new actually just tells you about the release notes or the updates that are being made on the platform itself. That's the technical updates that are made on the platform. Like for instance, just by last July 9th, that was when playlist page was released on this platform. So you have this feedback dialogue whereby you can share your thoughts, your feedback, and suggestion with AWS Partyrock team. So probably you want them to make some improvements or something. You can share it through this dialogue. And then lastly, we have the backstage where you see the amount of usage, like how you've used Party Rock, because since it's free, it is based on if there's a Party Rock credit that is given to every new user. So you tend to make use of this credit based on your input and output token. So depending on the number of applications you run, that will determine how much credit you have left here. And since it's free, you have 100%. It starts with 100%. You can see with the number of applications that I have currently that I've run, I've just used 1.3% of it, which means definitely 100% is actually going to go a long way when it comes to trying things out. So yeah, let's get into generating an application. So based on our use case, we are going to be developing uh, a chatbot application that allows us to upload various documents, and then we can actually analyze and get key information about that. So let me just get the prompt for that ready. So, so that we can create this application. Yeah, so I'm going to generate an app. So it's going to ask us what we want to build. So and I already have my prompt ready. I'll just explain to the application that I want to develop a chatbot application that allows users to upload various documents such as contracts, policy documents, reports, or research papers. And the app should be able to analyze and extract key information from this document based on users' prompts. So the next thing will be for me to click generate. So, but before I go, let me just quickly hint you on this. So this inspire me with example prompt. Probably you actually don't have an idea in your head at that time. You can just click on this inspire me. You have some examples that you can actually just get started with, to test things out. So you can use this as a starter for you also. So I'm going to generate my application. This is going to take a few seconds, to set the application up. So just need to wait for a few seconds. And also, I wouldn't mind if some of our users can just based on the prompts that we have here, you can just start thinking, okay, let me just tell you, we'll be using a startup policy, a startup act document in Nigeria, 2022 version. So we'll be uploading that document, and then we'll be asking some vital information, some key information from that document. So the use case is this. I want to develop a startup tech company, and I've been given, I have access to some policy document, but I seem not to really have much time, or it's just tedious for me to start reading all those documents. I just want to get the key information for me to start my company rather than having to get a legal advisor that would, just tell me straight rather than getting that, or probably I don't really have much funds to hire a legal advisor. I can just have access to the legal document itself, based on constitution and the likes. I can upload it here and ask the vital questions that I want to ask. So here in this case, we'll be using the Startup Act, which was developed 2022. Yeah, yes. So once it's uploaded, we can see that it's already added all the information that it needed to require into this box here. So before we move ahead, let me just quickly tell you about this interface. So the first thing here, we have the name of the app, which is the title. This was actually auto generated, so you can decide to edit it. If you come here, you can edit it and change the name if you don't like the name. And also this remix button. What remix button does is that if probably you have access to a public application, an AI powered application that is developed by someone else, and then you want to leverage, or you want to build on top that application itself. Probably you send the application and then you want to improve it further. You can actually use this remix button to create a copy of it. It's going to be saved on your own profile, and then you can start editing or making the improvements that you want to make. They're using the remix button. This is the snapshot button that I was telling you about. So for you to create snapshots, you need to publish the application. You can see that it's currently private, so you need to make this public before you can create a snapshot of it. You can see that once I change it to public, it gave me this button, this camera button, where I can take a snapshot of the application. So and yeah, we have the autoplay, which when you switch on, you won't need to use. You will notice that there's a play button down here initially. So when you switch the autoplay on, you won't need to use that button. Well, I think I prefer the manual way, anyways. So and based on our request that we should create an application whereby we can upload documents and extract key information about. So it has designed this widget for us. So the first one takes in the document, which is the file. The second one requires that you just give us the key points, like just tell us the summary about the application, about the document rather. So and then the extracted information will come here once you put the user input. The extracted information, the summary of it will be generated here, and then you can start interacting with the document using this interface here. So let's see. Let me put a prompt here. So I'm just going to summarize, um, just tell you what to do. So I'm going to summarize the key points in this document. So, and I'm going to use, I can use this display button, or I use command and enter to run the application. So it's already giving us the key points from the document and also give us a summary of it. So if probably there's a particular information you need about the document, let's say I want to I just want to know how I'll get started, having how to develop a startup company like that. How do I get started? Like what do I need? What are the requirements? So let me just ask this question. I want to develop a startup company in Nigeria. How do I get started? So I can use the enter button to chat with it. So it gave me some tips of on how I can actually start up my company. So if let's assume I'm having a legal document that is very long and a policy document, I can actually upload that in case of this act document, and then I can ask about it in terms of legal advice and that. So this application can actually act as a legal advisor for me, for me to get started on my company. So let me ask you another question. You can also drop in the chat if probably there's a particular question you think that we should ask this application, so we see how effective and how efficient it is. I'd like to see some questions in the chat so we can ask this application. So I'm going to ask you what documents are required. So it's already informing that I will need to do a business room reservation, which you all know. I will need to get a memorandum and articles of association, means of identification, proof of address, tax identification number, and the like. So you can actually have access to information about the document via this application basically. So all of this actually amounts, they all fall back to the power of Amazon Bedrock. So for this Gen AI workshop for the 5 weeks, we're actually going to be looking at the power of Amazon Bedrock. And Partyrock is one great tool that can actually give us access to enjoy the power of Amazon Bedrock. So all of this information, all of this generative AI, they are all being powered by Amazon Bedrock, and we can actually do some stuff here. We have access to several foundation models here. Let me show us that real quick. So if probably the prompts that we're getting are not satisfactory enough, we can decide to change our model here. We have about 9 models that are accessible to us, although they are more on Amazon Video for they were nice selected on that are added to Partyrock. Let's use this Jurassic Ultra. And also you can play around with the prompt here for the model. So let's save this and let's rerun the application. So now it's going to generate based on the Jurassic model in which we generated. So if you are still not satisfied with this, you can still make that edit and edit the configuration and switch the model and you just see which one best fits your use case. So do we have any question in chat that we want to see from this document? Okay, so I want to assume we are all good here. All right, let's just quickly run through the second use case. So in this other use case, we'll be developing a social media app whereby we can generate AI content or suggestions about maybe let's say for instance this workshop that we are. So we want to spread it across and let people know that okay, we attended a workshop and we were able to learn about AWS Partyrock. So let's develop something around that. Okay, generate the application. And another good thing about this is that while it builds the application for you, it can actually request that generate images also has access to generate AI images for you for your post. So if you're a media startup company, you can actually use this to develop an application that helps you to manage your post and also uh, okay. Sorry, I'm still sharing. Sorry, still sharing the presentation screen. Yeah, so we have the application running now, and we can just ask it some questions. You can tell it to do some stuff for us, which is we just told it that we just attended a Gen AI workshop that was organized by our Plexo team, whereby we learned about generative AI tools such as Partyrock and Bedrock, and I would like to share my experience on LinkedIn. So this is the initial test that I want. So I'm going to click on play and let it generate a draft for me. Yeah, so it's already generating the post for us so that we can actually use it to we can post it on. I can see it came with an image, a supporting image too, to show that that is relating to okay the workshop that we have currently. And so the draft is ready, and we have the image that we can post. We can use this button here to download the image. And if we don't like this image, we can click on retry to generate another one for us. And yeah, so this image generation is based on a particular model, Gen AI model, stable diffusion Excel. So you can decide to make some settings here. You can decide to use a particular style preference, and you can also change your model here. You have stable diffusion Excel, and you have Titan image generator for it. So whenever it notices that you require an image in your prompt or in your application, it gives you access to all of this also, and you can still, you know, modify your image description here, generate a new one for you. So we won't make any updates on that. So this is an AI. This is the chatbot whereby we can still brainstorm together to improve more on the media content idea and all. So yeah, I think that's basically um some awesome stuff that you can do on Party Rock. So I would like to see that we try this on at our leisure time. Let's develop some ideas. Let's develop some application using Party Rock, a generative AI application using Party Rock, and let's see how good we can be with the application. So any question at this moment? Okay. So let's talk a bit about the pricing and support. So basically, the Partyrock platform is currently on free trial, and you only be given Partyrock credits, which is used based on your input token and your output token, and also generated images that you generated, and also you have access to appropriate resources as support, and also documentation and community forums. You can also contact support that AWS Party Rock team support for additional help and guidance. And also you can contact Cloud team likewise for support on how to go about AWS generative AI tools, which includes Party Rock and Bedrock. Yeah, so we are on question and answer session. So, do you have any question for me? Let's see. Any questions from the audience? Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Uh, I think, let me just quickly show you something. So, can actually share this application. Since the application is public, let's just see. So I already copied the app URL on clipboard. So and I can share this with. Let me just share this on the chat. So we can all try this on the chat. Um, okay. Okay. So we can try the app out. We can try. I think I just dropped the link to this application on the private chat. So on our chat. So can you confirm that you saw the link? Did you get the link? Okay. If there are no, oh, you didn't get the link. Yeah, yeah, you can. Wait, hold on. All right. So I'll share the link with I'll share the link with David, so David can help me share that. I'll share the link with David so we can share that to everyone, so we can actually just test out the application. So in conclusion, let's just quickly have a wrap up the on what we went through today. So we just discussed about Amazon Partyrock being an innovative playground for us to test out generative AI skills, and this is actually built upon Amazon Bedrock. And also, we also discussed that it is versatile across different industry. You can use it to develop various applications, which different various applications in various sectors, which includes finance, healthcare, media, and fintech. And also, you can use it to also improve your knowledge about foundational skills in generative AI. Yeah, these are resources. These are resource link. I'll also drop this with David so you can share with everyone. These are resource link for us to access Partyrock, the guide about Partyrock, the FAQs, and what's new in Partyrock. Yeah, I think that's all. Thank you very much for listening. Over to you, David.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Hakeem. And we thank Hakeem in the comment section.